the hacienda. Wait a minute. This isn't the hacienda. I'm confused. Where's the hacienda? Oh, John's in the hacienda. He's over there. He's making something delicious. Go check him out.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Hacienda. Ribbit here, and you just saw Sal from over at the Root Boy Cooks giving me a mighty fine introduction. We're doing a collaboration today. We are each going to make our version of turkey a la king. We have crap ton leftover turkey from Thanksgiving, and we're going to throw down some turkey a la king. My version's a little different, in that instead of a green bell pepper, I'm using a poblano. Poblanos give you a much earthier, smokier, richer flavor than a green bell pepper, and a lot of people don't like green bell pepper. I got a sweet Vidalia onion. Here we got sea salt and celery powder. We're going to need some heavy whipping cream, and again, one of my touches is Spanish Jerez. In this case, we're using Fino. Now, sherry comes in different varieties, and Fino is in the middle ground between the dark, really sweet one and the very pale, dry one. So it's middle of the road. It is good to go. So anyway, let's get cooking. Now, the day before making this video, Mrs. Ribbit boiled the turkey bones with some onions and stuff, and she's making broth, turkey broth, for the delicious recipe. Alright, in a good amount of butter, we're going to start putting the Holy Trinity in there, the bell peppers, and the onion, okay, and the celery. Now, you notice I'm just using all the little leafy parts because, you know, you regulars know that I always say that's got the most celery flavor of the entire plant. Now, I'm out of little diced Cheater's garlic, but I found this roasted garlic paste, and we're going to put about that much in it. We don't need a whole lot. Now, let's get these vegetables cooking. Alright, after a couple minutes, once these vegetables start getting soft, we're going to add a little bit more butter and stir that in until it melts. Boy, this is smelling good already. And this is a very pretty dish, folks. It comes together in a flash. Everything's really pretty much cooked. Okay. Oh yeah. To that, we're going to add a little bit of flour, about a quarter cup, not too much, and we're going to get that stirred in, so join me in a bit. Once we got that stirred in, we're going to start adding some hot turkey stock. This is really smelling delicious.
Oh, that looks delicious.
We're going to add a little bit. We're going to be generous with this stock because it's going to add so much flavor, and we'll get that stirred in here and deglazed, so join me in a bit. Okay, we've turned down the heat to medium low, and we've added probably a quart of the stock. At this time, we're going to add the celery powder and the sea salt and a little bit of heavy whipping cream, not too much. And we're going to just cook it down, get that flour flavor cooked through. So join me in a few minutes. Alright, so I've turned up the heat to medium and added almost all the turkey stock, probably a quart and a half total. Now's the time to add some of this beautiful sherry, and this is going to give it such a nice signature flavor. Oh, maybe a cup. Stir that in, and we're going to keep cooking. Okay, and to thicken it up, we got 2 egg yolks here, and we're going to put a splash of sherry in there, and we're going to beat them up. Okay. And we're going to use this to thicken up the sauce in the French way. People in France always use egg yolks to thicken their sauce. Not so much flour, but we've used both. And you got to stir it up and put it in by dribs and drabs so it doesn't coagulate. And it's looking nice, and it's going to add a nice rich flavor too. So let me add the rest and we'll keep going. Okay, it's been cooking for about 5 minutes or so. Now it's time to add the turkey. Okay, we got a mixture here of white and dark meat, and cut it into nice big chunks because this is a wonderful meal.
Are those cats I hear?
And yes, Sal, you do hear cats. They're wanting some, and they're looking around here, lurking around here, meowing. Maybe y'all can hear them in the background. After another 10 minutes, the turkey is heated all the way through and it's ready. Let's plate some up. And here's some delicious steaming goodness, but that's not all. Traditionally, you got to serve it with toast points, just like that on either side. But we still need something else. We got to garnish it a little bit. We got a little bit of parsley here for beautification and flavor. Parsley tastes really good on chicken a la king, and it makes it look pretty and festive. Anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and taste it. Oh yes, what a magnificent plate. Let's go ahead and dig in, try some of this turkey. Oh, it's so steamy and hot. This is an absolutely delicious way to use leftovers, folks. Veggies are tender, but they're not falling apart, which is good. You got to be a skilled, trained professional to pull that off. You don't want this all mushy. Turkey's fabulous. Celery's great. And some of you all may be hollering, hey, where's the mushrooms? Hey, where's the peas? Where's the carrots? Well, mine is minimalist. I don't want all those vegetables in there. The triumvirate of the peppers, the onions, and the celery are plenty for me. It's fine. Some people butter their toast, but I think the sauce is rich enough. You don't need to do that. Dip the toast in there and eat it. And other people like to sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top. I shy away from that. Again, minimalist. I want to bring out the flavor of the turkey, the vegetables, and the sauce. Anyway, glad you stopped by and checked it out. I hope you liked Sal's version too. And now you guys got 2 recipes to utilize all your leftover turkeys. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, if you like this crap, don't forget to like and subscribe.